We will rejoice, rejoice and be
Every year,
glad.
Rhizing Women, a non-profit that works with local communities, hosts a national coaching fellowship aimed at strengthening the skills of our trainers so that they can better equip women to create stronger and more just communities.
Rhizing Women Uganda is a women's organization dedicated to building, strengthening and catalyzing the women's movement in Uganda.
The goal of Rhizing Women is to create an eco-Uganda where women may freely pursue their individual and collective potential for innovation, solidarity and empowerment.
Based on the research that we did in 2017, it was discovered that one of the things why people do not participate in pushing back against injustices in their different communities as women and girls was because they lacked the skills and the knowledge to be able to do that.
Rhizing Women's mission is to restore human dignity and justice for all Ugandans by empowering and supporting groups of women through education and solidarity.
I joined this group, I think now 3 years, but ever since I joined this group, I've really got a lot of things in my life. First of all, I've got knowledge. I've got how to handle people in my community with different problems. For example, in our community, we have a lot of problems. There are parents who are very harsh, they are very rude, they can beat their children, they can carry out domestic violence. But as me, a Rhizing woman, now I'm okay. I think I can come out as a person from the Rhizing Women to tell that person who is killing a child that please, that's not the solution.
Many of the problems and obstacles that tomorrow's leaders will face are like those that current leaders face and have previously conquered. As a result of their marginalization, women benefit greatly from being prepared for such events, which in turn promotes greater organizing and community building.
So as part of the work that we are doing to be able to do that was to run a couple of trainings in 3 phases. One was the first exposure training, the training of trainers, and now we have been running the National Coaching Fellowship under Rhizing Women.
This fellowship gives coaches access to a variety of resources that will help them direct their communities.
Rhizing Women has brought a change in my life. Before, I couldn't even address people, I couldn't talk to myself, I was shivering. But the moment I entered Rhizing Women, I gained the courage. They taught us how to address people, how to speak, not fearing.
I really appreciate Rhizing Women, for it has tried to come closer to people, to educate them, to give them time to know who they are. I joined Rhizing Women as in last year. We went through a lot of things. I'm so happy we went through modules. We have a module where it really attached me. I have where there is power, just because I'm also in power. And I have one that is in spectrum of allies. Spectrum of allies, it really gives us a chance to know the people we need at what time and at any stage.
The neighbors, the communities where we live, our colleagues at work.
So with this cohort, we are building a network of coaches who will go back to the communities and be able to mentor the trainers in those communities so that they build and enhance their skills in movement building, but also to build their resilience so that they are able to build their social fabric as communities and be able to push against injustices as they come.
This curriculum is founded on a firm commitment to encourage coaches' initiative and preparing them to lead community-based activities and duties with the goal of transferring the skills and information needed for improved performances and more positive outlook.
We are excited because we have been able to gather a lot of information. We were able to do trainings in Busia, we were able to do trainings in Sironko, in Busega, Ndeba, and Nakawa communities.
This fellowship uses an experiential learning paradigm that is well suited to grassroots communities and their needs in highly patriarchal settings.
From the information I have, now I'm able to go back and I teach my fellow women in my community. So I want to thank my bosses from the Rhizing Women, the chief trainer, because they have given me enough knowledge now. I'm confident I can teach my people and even improve on their way of living.
And we are like, okay, where is the difference?
The ladies for training, they
they expect much from you, like they need money, they need to know more from you.
You can call groups of people to study, but when you don't have money or materials, sometimes we face a problem of climate, rain and whatever. Some people, they have that culture. They don't want to know. They don't want to read. They don't want to get more information. They don't want to be taught. So you have to tell them that this information I'm going to give is really very good for you. So you have to talk so much for them to understand that they have to come to get some information.
Women are still into themselves and they are not coming out. And yet the injustices and the challenges we are constantly seeing, let it be climate, let it be political, are all affecting women at a higher percentage than any other gender. And I think that for us to be able to build the Uganda that we want, we should be able to actually be more aggressive in mobilizing, but also not just mobilizing, organizing, as well as skilling in terms of education and training.
In short, we create, incubate, facilitate, inspire, and link. We are the Rhizing Women, the Rhizons.